Hello children, welcome to Tobin Sharantim YouTube channel. So in this video we will try to understand the story of the novel Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Okay, so without any dragging, let's get into the class. So the story goes like this. Once upon a time in a big house there lived a little girl and her name was Jane Eyre. Okay. Jane was not like other children because she didn't have any mommy or daddy who loved her. Instead, she had a mean aunt and cousins who didn't treat her nicely at all. But Jane was a smart and brave girl. She went to school called Lowood, where she learned many things and made some friends. She loved to read books and use her imagination. When Jane grew up, she got a job as a nanny for a little girl named Adele. She took care of Adele and taught her many things just like a big sister would. One day, something magical happened. Jane met a kind and mysterious man named Mr. Rochester. He lived in a big old house called Thornfield. They became friends and spent a lot of time together. Jane and Mr. Rochester liked each other very much, and their friendship turned into love. They were happy together, even though Thornfield had some secrets. One night, while everyone was sleeping, a strange and spooky thing happened. Jane heard strange noises in Thornfield, and it turned out there was a big secret hiding in the house. Mr. Rochester had a wife named Bertha, and she was locked away because she was not well. When Jane found out about Bertha, she was very sad and confused. She didn't want to be with Mr. Rochester if he was already married. So Jane made a brave decision. She left the Thornfield and started a new adventure all of her own. Jane faced many challenges during her journey. She met kind people who helped her along the way, and she learned to be even stronger and smarter. One day, while she was traveling, Jane found a new home called Lowood, and she met new friends there. They liked her very much because she was kind and clever. But Jane missed Mr. Rochester and her old life. She decided to go back to Thornfield and see if things had changed. When Jane returned to Thornfield, she found that it had burned down to the ground. It was a sad sight, and Mr. Rochester was hurt. But Jane didn't care about the big house. She cared about Mr. Rochester and loved him just the way he was. In the end, Jane and Mr. Rochester got married and lived happily together, even though Mr. Rochester couldn't see very well. They loved each other very much, and didn't matter that they both had faced many challenges in their lives. And so Jane Eyre's story teaches us about being brave, following our hearts, and finding love. Even when things are not perfect, it's a story about how kindness and courage can lead us to our happy endings. This is the story. Thank you.